I read about Yaakov and his entire family bowing down to Esav. I personally found this. I had a feeling that I wasn't sure if
Odd.
it was bad, or is this considered to be bad that he bowed to Esav the Rasha?
So there is a discussion among the sages as far as why did he do it? Is it bad? Is it horrible? Is it really a act of peace because there was danger that people will be hurt? Or is it being a kiss up to a wicked person? And there's different sides. There's both sides there. Everyone is very careful before, when they understand the Gdula, the significance of our forefathers. These are not regular people. To us, it might as well be angels. To us, it might as well be, something that's, beyond anything that we've ever seen or could even understand. Their kedusha was something out of this world. So to say that he made a mistake, or he lied, or he cheated, or any of that stuff, none of the chachamim dared to say such a thing, and the ones that did made him had a very big problem. I'll give you an example in a moment. The point being is that, but we still chase after the truth, and we say, is it wrong? Is it right? So one side says that he did it, it's right to do it because it was an act of peace. He didn't really bow. He was really looking at a certain thing, which made it look like he was bowing, just in order to create peace, so there's no war and no one dies and so on. On the other hand, the other side says, wait a minute, but still it's like kissing up to a wicked person, and all of us know you're not allowed to kiss up to wicked people. It's a sin to kiss up to wicked people. So there's a debate between both sides. One thing we can say for sure is that in the eyes of Hashem, this is something that had to have happened, and he dealt with it with Yaakov in his own way. There are certain things, for example, that Avraham Avinu, none of us could even think of a sin that he ever did, but Avraham Avinu did certain things that Hashem didn't like, and because of what he did, he sent his grandkids to become slaves for 400 years. Yaakov did a few things that Hashem didn't like for example, he hid Dinah, his daughter, from Esav. Yeah, but Esav is a Rasha. Why would you want to marry your daughter to the biggest gangster in the world? Why would you want to do that? Hashem wasn't happy about that. He said, why? Because Dinah was really a shidduch of Esav. She could have made him do tshuva. And we could have been not only the descendants of Yaakov, but also the descendants of Esav. Because Dinah had the power to make him do tshuva. Because of that, because he hid her, he says, oh, you don't want her to marry one of the descendants of Avraham Avinu? Okay, so now go to one of the descendants of Amalek from Canaan over there. So the Gentiles over there, the wicked person over there ended up raping his daughter. Now, if you don't want your daughter to marry some wicked person, is that a mitzvah or is that a sin? It's mitzvah. But in the level of Yaakov Avinu, Hashem dissects their actions to a completely different level. Hence the reason of why we can't know right, wrong, because there are certain things to us that don't seem like they're wrong at all. Like, for example, the issue with Dinah doesn't seem like it's wrong at all. And then there's issues that clearly seem wrong to us, like him bowing to Esav. That seems 100% wrong. But I don't remember any place where Hashem punished him for it. He punished him for other reasons, but not for this. So the point being is that there's extended amount of talk by the sages and the midrashim and the gemarot and so on about the behavior of the forefathers. And their connection to Hashem and their servitude, the things they did. But you're right, it is an odd situation. It's also odd that Moshe Rabbeinu, with all of his righteousness, what mistake did he really make when he hit the rock? Okay, so fine, it's not exactly what Hashem said, but is it really that bad? According to us, it's not even bad at all. If you hit the wrong rock, would it be a sin for you? No. Not even a sin. It's probably mitzvah that you hit the rock, bichlal. Probably mitzvah that you hit something. You finally did something that Hashem said. But in Moshe Rabbeinu's level, it was a mistake. It was a mistake. So that's the thing. So it's worth it to read Midrash Me'am Loez or Midrash Rabbah about that specific parasha, and you'll see many of the opinions by the sages that discuss good, bad, mean, but everybody treads carefully. Everybody treads carefully. It's like, okay, it's good, bad, yeah. It's like, everybody's like, walking like on fire. Why? Because this is Yaakov Avinu. You're not talking about like Donald Trump. You're talking about Yaakov Avinu. You understand? It's the Avdil in billion Avdalot. It's Yaakov Avinu. So, but nonetheless, since you're obligated to chase the truth, you're allowed to state certain things, just that you have to tread carefully. Someone that started reading Rav Ephraim's one of his Sfarim, Achtov L'Yisrael, it's an halachic book, Sheilot v'Tshuvot, questions and answers about different complicated halachot, and he sent me a email. He says, wow, this Sefer is amazing. He says he's fearless of everyone because he states what his emet is, but he respects and he gives honor and kavod to every single opinion. While he fears no one, meaning he's not afraid to state his opinion. What's the bottom line? But he'll value and give the right amount of kavod to all of the other poskim that have mentioned this specific issue, and he said this, and he said that, and he said this, and he said that, which is something that is not common. Usually people pick a side. People pick a side rather than find a side. They already pick a side. Like the guy today that sent me a message, he already decided. He decided without ever learning the entire Gemara, without ever learning the entire Zohar, without ever reading a single book that the Arizal wrote, without pretty much learning almost anything that of substance, he already decided that anyone that ever said that reincarnation is true, he's not even kosher. Like you just went out there with your big, huge shoulders, and you just said you called the Arizal a kofir. The Arizal, the biggest giants in history, they think twice before they don't do what he says. Even though it's not even a halacha, it's let's say a minhag that he did. They think twice before they don't follow his minhag. But you, with your big shoulders, you decide, he doesn't know what he's talking about. I don't know what he's talking about. This is. I don't know if you can call it ignorance or stupidity. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what. It's almost like it's like a shoteh. You know what a shoteh is? A shoteh is like a crazy person that you cannot even judge him. Why? He's mentally unstable. You know what the problem of calling this person a shoteh? He's a rabbi. He's a rabbi of Bet Midrash. He has Talmidim. He makes YouTube videos. He's a big rabbi. He's like a rabbi that has I don't know, probably at least, 50, 100, maybe more students in his Bet Midrash, in his kollel. So you can't say, this is shoteh. You ask a guy a question, he'll give you an answer. You ask him halacha, I'll give you an answer. He's a Talmid Chacham, he knows what he's talking about. But there's certain things where it's like, what's wrong with you? You just took all of the Chachamim onto your shoulders and said they're all wrong and you're right. Where's your humility? Even if you don't agree, shut your mouth. Quiet. Find a reason of why you don't agree. The deficiency is in you, not in everybody else. The Gdolei Ador says it's good, it's this, it's that, and you're saying no? Why? Which planet did you come from? That's why it's obnoxious when you see different people mock different parts of the Torah that they either disagree with or they simply don't want to believe. It's again, you're not expected to agree with everything, But to have humility means that you have to know that if somebody huge, or somebody's, many big, huge Talmidei Chachamim, the Steipler Gaon, Rav Ovadia, the Chafetz Chaim, the Rav Wasserman, this is just in the last 100 years. Rav Shach, all of these giants, they quoted these huge sources. They quoted the Zohar, they quoted the different parts of the Kabbalah, they quoted these different things, meaning that they followed it, they believed in it, they studied it. And that's just in the last 100 years. I named only a handful of people. You go back 200 years. You go to Rabbi Akiva Iger. You go over to all the giants from a couple of 100 years ago. Then you go 300 years ago. You go 400 years ago. 500 years ago. Every generation, you start seeing things like, so you're taking all of these people on, all of them were wrong, and you little you with your YouTube channel and your funny haircut, you little you're smarter than all of these people. They're all wrong and you're right with your iPhone. Even 1 ounce of humility will simply say, you know what? I don't agree. I don't like it. But I'm just going to shut up about it. I'm just going to keep that opinion to myself. I don't agree. I don't like it. I don't believe it. Whatever. But you know what? I'm just going to reserve. Mouse. Why? Because there's too many big people that came before me that said it's good. Now you're going to say, yeah, but there's also big people on the other side. Okay. You become one of those big people, then you can join the fight too. But since you can't go back in the past 500 years, you be quiet. That's humility. That's humility. That's it. And the funny thing is that all of these people have little minions that follow their opinions blindly, and they just decide, they choose a side. They choose a side. They decide who's right and who's wrong, even though they themselves never checked it. They never read all of these books, all of this work. They never verified for themselves. They're simply taking their opinion. And that makes it even more ridiculous. So it's very important for us, Rabotai, to know that if you're already going to learn Torah, do mitzvot, join Klal Yisrael, connect and glue yourself to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, it's not just about being a robot and you have to ask questions. But if you don't understand what's going on, first and foremost, check yourself. You don't find something, check again. You don't find something, check again. You don't find something, check again until you find something. Why? The deficiency is in you, for sure. For sure. The deficiency is in you, for sure. It's in me, it's in you. That's just a reality. But always remember, if you're constantly hitting walls, you keep getting into places where you don't agree, you don't like, you don't agree, you don't like, you don't agree, you don't like, that means there's something wrong with this. There's something wrong here. There's something wrong with your emunah. Maybe you don't really want to believe. Maybe you're looking for mistakes. Maybe your teacher is a heretic really in disguise. There's something wrong here. There's something wrong with what you go. Why? Because Torah is supposed to be sweet at some point. It's not necessarily always sweet right in the beginning because you're still trying to figure out what's going on here. But after a while, it's supposed to be sweet. It's supposed to be delicious. You're supposed to be addicted to it. You're supposed to enjoy it. And if you're not enjoying the mitzvot, you're not enjoying Shabbat, you're not looking forward to all of it, there's something wrong here.